Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today, joined by
Brett
of Noinety, being on the cusp of hype haze with some Fidens.
Yeah.
People are going nuts about this brewery.
Ruining ourselves.
No. Well, we're pleasing ourselves.
Yeah. And ruining ourselves at the same time.
Yeah. But no, Fidens has gotten a lot of hype.
Hype and hate, no.
No, I don't think they've gotten
mostly
hate.
Mostly hype.
Mostly hype.
Yeah.
People are loving their stuff. They're saying it's like the old school treehouse meets monkish and like all kinds of like it has big esters, but it also has super hops into character.
So basically, people can decide.
Or maybe it has both. I don't know.
Yeah,
people are just
we'll
loving their stuff, and they're just going ape shit over it. And we've seen a lot of reviews, mainly
people standing in queue, sleeping in front of the brewery.
I don't think they sleep, but they stand in queues.
I've heard of people standing in front of the brewery the night before. Yeah,
okay.
Standing up, sleeping, or in the chairs.
That's impressive, but they also, they can sell a lot of this expensively in secondary. I bet, people say, well, we got this from a subscriber of the channel. He has an Instagram page, Nikolaj.
Yeah.
If you follow Danish beer stuff, you might know him because he's just started doing a little bit of it, like, I don't know if you call it blogging. I guess you kind of Instagram blogging, whatever. Mm-hmm. He talks about some of the beers he drinks, and he's done a lot of hype stuff lately. So he just sent me a message, which is really awesome, and said, "Hey, Peter, I am getting some Fidens. Do you want some?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So thanks a ton, man. I'm really looking forward to this, especially because very, very hype brewery. I mean, can you remember the last time you had Haze that was this hyped and talked about? That people
at least not as rare or hard to get because monkish is still pretty hard to get, at least the very hyped releases, but treehouse is pretty easy to get, and trillium is fairly easy to get too. So
monkish is getting easier.
It's getting easier if you know the right people. So.
But let's do it. So this is not just a Fidens beer. It's brewed at Fidens, but it's also a collab with District 96.
Which we've had very good experience with.
Yeah, we had the sexual fluctuation.
And 6-year fluctuation.
Yeah, and we gave those beers hundreds,
And everybody I've seen who live in the New York area say that District 96 is probably the best brewery in that area, but they just don't expand. So
that's fine.
If you want to have hype IPA in New York, you have to go to the brewery and have it on tap.
Yeah.
There, and I think
they
do growlers. No, but it's great to see a brewery, that's really damn good. That doesn't want to expand, go big and, I don't know, do multiple or have multiple locations in town or whatever.
But we've only had their beer in collab form.
We haven't. But again, people in New York say that it's one of the best.
Yeah, and it's one of the only times we've given IPAs 100 in recent years. I can't
have some kind of confidence in that brewery.
Yeah, and well, I'm having confidence in Fidens as well because Joe and I from Jow's Arcade have very similar tasting preferences in these beers.
Yeah,
and he's loved every single beer from them. Noinety is the name of the beer. Yeah. 96, it's a reference to something that I do not remember what it was.
I think it's a beer that District 96 brews. And
but Noinety is a reference to something else. Joe talks about it in his video. Go watch that for the culture
Noin is one of...
Noin.
Yeah, is one of Fidens beers. And again,
I know that.
6 is... 96 is...
Yeah, but Joe talks as a cultural reference thing. I don't know if it is
I don't know about
or whatever.
But I think it's a kind of meld of recipes.
It is most likely this, but what I meant is like the cultural reference because I don't get it.
Okay.
But this is a triple IPA and it's hopped with Citra, Vic Secret, Mosaic. It's 10%. Stoked. First time trying some Fidens and
let's dig into it.
The fact that District 96 is in it too,
bodes
well.
Not bad.
That looks great.
Yeah, it looks like hop milk or hop cum.
That's what Joe says. It looks like hop cum.
Yeah.
It's like super thick and hazy.
Yeah.
It's got brightness, but lots of orange color to it as well. It almost looks like, it looks a bit towards the monkish brightness.
Creamy, eggy head.
But better head retention than a lot of the monkish beers, and also, a bit more orange in color. But Joe said they were not all dainty juice.
You can smell it from here. I think it's pretty popping. Quite popping.
I mean, Joe said it's not all dainty juice, so I'm stoked if that's the case. But let's check out the aroma.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
very popping.
It is dank.
Yeah.
It is a dank tank.
Wow.
Oh,
this
I'm
is very popping.
so happy that this is dank.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are saying, you know, with monkish type stuff, that they're lacking overripened sweet juice and all this. This is in that vein, but it has more of the juice as well, but it's so bright and dank. I'm getting loads of bright, dank pineapple kush. Like, we talk about that
But
often.
also, like,
It has like a deep candied note to it as well.
and
Candied
lots
starburst.
of papaya, because papaya has this like tropical green guava, tropical green thing.
That smells so good.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
It also reminds me of Equilibrium, but like done more hoppy, like
It reminds me
hop centric.
It reminds me if you merged Equilibrium before they started doing bigger batches with Treehouse and Monkish. It's kind of like that because it has a lot more like very
so
New
much
England
guava and papaya.
It has a lot more of New Englandy
So
juice,
exotic.
lots of more New Englandy juice and ester profile than say some of the Monkish releases. But then it has big time bright hop character too.
Yeah.
Like
Dank hop character with like papaya, guava, you know, really exotic esters.
Huge
and
passion
juice.
fruit, huge pineapple, like really
And
dense
very popping.
tart tropical fruit, and then like it's really tropical fruit punch ball galore.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more juicy. Like it's got some
it's much more
dankness, but it's
juicy
much more juicy than a lot of the monkish stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking
It's
like
not as hop centric.
that's why I'm thinking a merge of monkish and like treehouse.
But it's also a triple IPA. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard that is kind of a similar experience with a lot of these ones. But it smells really good. But man, so juicy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Let's try it.
Cheers. Thanks, Nikolaj. That's really fucking good. Wow.
Man. That's a lot of juice and hop centric at the same time.
It is best of both worlds. It
This
truly
is
is.
much better than Treehouse.
Yeah.
At least the last Treehouse we've had.
100% is much better.
Yeah.
Well, the last time we had Treehouse where I was really hyped about it, I think was Doppelganger. But the last shipments of Treehouse where we were all quite disappointed in a lot of it, but it really reminds me.
This is so good.
It totally reminds me of what I said. It reminds me of Immerse like Equilibrium / Treehouse because they're really juicy with some monkish vibes.
They really nailed it. Yeah, because Equilibrium like 2 years ago was fucking amazing.
But they also had a smaller output.
Again, that's definitely, not definitely, but it's probably because of that. Again, that super juicy, juicy fruit bubblegum thing that you get from Treehouse or Equilibrium, but again with a lot of hoppy character.
It's
dryness.
It's like supercharged overripe fruit juiciness.
But it's just
But let me finish. But on top of all that, you're getting like a massive hop character, and it's both like slightly bitter, but it's not as bitter and like dry as monkish. But it's got that like popping, singy, snappy kind of bright hoppiness, especially in this. In this beer for me, it's like some snappy tart tropical fruitiness and like some dankness. But then everything just gets balanced so well by like really sweet and overripe juice, but it's not like too sweet. It's like right on the edge where it needs to be in terms of like sweetness and juiciness. And it's like the perfect marriage of like a Northeast interpretation and a or just a West Coast interpretation of Haze. And then one of the things like Joe talks about this being like 10%. It's like how the fuck is this 10%? Yeah, totally. This is so drinkable.
It drinks like an 8% double IPA.
And then it's just so full on flavor.
It's just so popping, and you're not searching for anything. And again, I see that maybe more like old school Treehouse done a bit more hoppy.
Yeah, fuck, this is good.
It's
huge tropical fruit bomb.
It is. But again, the difference between this and maybe old school Equilibrium and Treehouse is that it has more hop character. It actually has that
and brightness.
Yeah, brightness
dankness.
to dry it out and dankness. It's so juicy up front and it's so defined again. Papaya, guava, mango, like really
pineapple
exotic and tropical,
and
then dank and slightly dry finish.
Pithy actually on the aftertaste, and like there's some sweet citrus vibes. But one of the things though, it's not as like crazy herbal, green, lemongrass, and all that stuff that you get in Treehouse. So,
No.
Or Treehouse in Monkish. So it's not like as bright. It's like it falls in between all of this, kind of like those. It's like almost it falls in between both sides of the camp, if you can say like that, in terms of interpretation in West and East Coast. World class Haze.
I'm very impressed. I'm much more impressed than I expected to be. I was kind of skeptical.
I like this more than all of the Monkish anniversary cans we had. I'm still never gonna go Hunnits because I'm not that in, and I really like these kind of IPAs.
Crazy.
But it's
IPA.
I'm gonna go like a 98 because I think it's better than the Monkish. But I like some of the Monkish when we've had them on their best are also 98s.
Definitely.
But I don't feel like 99 and Hunnits. I mean, it's really amazing hazy IPA in a slightly different interpretation or merging interpretation, but you know, I don't think it's hard for me to go 100 on IPAs nowadays.
But 3 or 4 years ago, this would be an instant. Instant.
And for a lot of people, it is an instant.
Sure. But it's not for me. I was thinking like high 97, maybe a small 98 on this.
No,
it's fucking.
We gave a 97 to the triple IPA from Monkish in the anniversary series, and I'd rather drink this.
Yeah, it's a bit more. Yeah, it has maybe that juicy depth with again mixed in with hop-centric character that we get from some of the other Monkish beers we've had.
Really, really good. Nice surprise. Thanks a ton, Nikolaj. This was really, really good. So yeah, Fidens is pretty damn dope. So get yourself some Fidens if you can. This was very good. If you can't get a chance to try 96 made with District 96, get some because it's damn dope. It's been a long time since, you know.
You don't get much haze like this these days.
You don't. It's quite rare. So if you had one of these or any of these or whatever, any of these, this specific beer, of course. Let us know what you thought of it. It's late in the year, but this is fucking awesome, dope stuff. Joe was right as well. He loved this, and I totally see why. Well, you know, we also love juice and haze.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be super bright, but it just has to be not so sweet.
Yeah.
And this is not so sweet because it had that brightness and kind of slight West Coast approach. Thing. It's not all juicy goodness, but yeah, very good. If you had 96, guys, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and also link for Nikolaj's Instagram page will be down below. He does some stuff on there, so check it out. We're gonna say cheers.
Cheers,
and see you guys in another beer review.